Ready?
Yes. I think I'm going a bit crazy.
It's Friday. Hey guys, this is Laurie.
And this is Bryony.
And today we're going to get back to one of your questions, which was,
how much muscle can I look at gaining over the week, over the month?
and the answer to that question, as per usual, is it depends.
I love how we both did this. I just
We
copied
always
you.
do it.
I just
Like, every
copied you.
little thing, so. First, it depends. Are you a male? Are you a female? It depends. Are you a beginner? Are you an advanced, intermediate?
If you have come from like a dieting phase and things like that as well.
Yep.
So let's just talk from like a female perspective, because that's who we work with.
Yeah, there's a general range, which
Yeah.
is
So the range that you could look at is between 0.5 to 1% of your body weight per month. Now that is a minuscule of up to 200 grams per week, which is not a lot. And that's like, we're hustling. Hustling for the muscle. Hustle for the
Don't be
muscle.
scared to look like a man if you're female and you are afraid of lifting weights, because we wish it was that fucking
If
easy.
it was that easy. Like
Yeah.
when you're natural, then it's a little bit harder. Not impossible, but it's just like we haven't got the extra little boost in which you would have if you were obviously taking some steroids. So that's something to definitely factor in, because it's you are literally hustling, like we said, for the muscle, and it's all about those little 1%ers that can make all the difference.
Exactly. But in a general rule, there are some things that you could do in order to maximize the muscle gain, which is your training, your lifestyle, your nutrition. Obviously, nutrition-wise, the best spot to be in if you're trying to build muscle would be a surplus. But once again, don't think that a surplus means that you can just have cheat meals every day and that you can eat whatever you want, because that's not the case. Having too much body fat will not help you whatsoever. It's just going to make the dieting phase afterwards even harder.
More is more, but it doesn't equal more muscle.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can go more aggressive with it. Again, it depends on the time frame, but it doesn't mean that you're guaranteed to gain
Not
that
at all.
muscle.
Just think about
I
it that
wish.
way. Having a bit more food just means that you are supposed to have a bit more energy to push even harder during your sessions.
Yeah.
It's not because you eat more food. If you take it easy at the gym, your muscles are not going to get bigger just because you have more food. It doesn't work that way.
You need the effort in your training sessions.
And that's what brings us to the point about training with intensity.
I was just about to say, intensity and effort in your training sessions. Like, you are in a surplus for a reason to push the freaking weight as hard as you can. But then also you have to honor, again, like the nutrition side of things and your recovery. So it's given just as much attention to your diet phase as you are your build. Because with more food comes more responsibility, and it's easy for us to just be like, oh, we have more calories, we can just eat whatever. And don't get us wrong, like, we have a little bit more flexibility if we're not like prepping or in a serious diet phase. Like, it's, you have that wiggle room, but you still have guidelines.
Yeah,
right?
And I actually had a girl asking me a question recently, which was really interesting. She was like, would you say that you're 100% accountable with your food? And I'm like, no, I'm not 100% accountable with my food. I am with my nutrition, which means that when I bulk, I have more room to play around with because I've got more calories, meaning that I can fit certain foods that I wouldn't be able to fit when I'm dieting, if that makes sense. But the point is that whether I cut or I bulk, I give 100% of myself. And like, yes, we have a bit more room so we can go for drinks. We can do these things. But as Bryony said, if you want it to work, you have to give it as much accountability and effort as if you were dieting.
100%. But yeah, to bring it back to how much can you gain, you have those ranges, but again, it's individual. Genetics plays a part.
Yeah.
It's not like this is your range and that's it, guaranteed. It's like you still have things to take into consideration.
Exactly. Just take us as example, like you are what, 25, 26?
Years old?
Yeah. Are you 30?
I'm 31.
Yeah, but she looks like she's 25.
We had this in the video last time because you were like, oh my god, you're so old. And I was like dying.
Okay,
I was cracking up. Sorry, go
The point is that Bryony is 31.
Yeah.
I'm 25, so that's already something to take in consideration.
Training age.
We have almost the same height, but probably different metabolism. I don't know, what would you say your maintenance is at?
Oh, it's changed And that's the other thing, it does change.
Oh yeah,
so,
me too. It's
yeah.
probably
Now,
around 2,000 something.
it's around 2,000, yeah. Well, I'm in a
Same
build,
height.
I'm on like 2,200.
Yeah, and
so
I've
I'm not
got-
like crazy high. And when I've been building before in previous builds, I think I got it to like 2,500, maybe even 2,600, maybe 2,700, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean, again, I'm going back there. It's like so many factors.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was working a lot more in terms of like gym floor PT.
Yeah.
I'm not working
Same.
in as many steps or activity levels per day, and my training went from 5 to 4 days. So that's more output obviously before. So then I had to account for that. Whereas now I'm not doing as much. Makes me sound lazy, but I'm not. But it's like, okay, so now I don't actually need as much food to be in a surplus.
Yeah.
So things can change.
Exactly. Same for me. I was on 2,800 before I started cutting last year.
Jeez.
Like obviously my body weight was shifting up, but like in a good way. And now I'm on 2,400 and my body weight goes up because same as you, less face-to-face clients, more online clients. I walk less in general.
So you have
just
to adapt.
to show you that things can change depending on the person. So don't look at someone else's calories and think that it's going to work on you, because that's not the case. And it can also work depending on what phase of your life you're in.
100%. You have to be adaptable to the circumstances, and no matter what phase you're in, diet or build, it's like you have to just be compliant to that protocol. Because if you're not compliant, then you could have the best program, the best nutrition plan in the world, but you're not executing it, so it's not going to work.
And just something else that I wanted to add is that if you want to put on muscle but you're scared to put on fat, yes, you can build muscle while you are maintaining. It's just going to take longer.
Yeah, and a little bit of body fat alongside building muscle is inevitable. Like it's going to happen, but we're just trying to minimize as much as possible so that when you do come to doing a cut, you're not having to work nowhere near as hard to get that weight off.
Yeah, exactly. But if you are constantly in a calorie deficit because you have abs, for example, you're trying to grow your glutes but you want to keep your abs, sorry to say that it's just not going to happen. You have to get outside of your comfort zone if you want to build muscle.
100%.
Yeah, and we're not 100% comfortable whenever we bulk and we have some body fat on. It's hard, like not gonna lie, it's not easy for us, especially we're quite petite. So when we put on fat,
it's a new challenge. Exactly. It's a new challenge, and
but
it's
that's part of the process.
One to embrace for sure. Yeah. Oh, my hips have
my
gone
legs,
numb.
my legs, oh my feet.
My feet, my foot, it's actually fucked.
Ow. I was such in a bad position.
I was gonna move and then I was like, no, I don't want to move because we were like in a good position. Jeez. Oh.